Salvete omnes, this is Amelia, also known as TheMartianGeek, and welcome back to another episode of Dynomite. In the last episode, we took on the Endless Puzzle mode, with its 3 difficulty settings and all, and we're actually going to be skipping around a bit this time. We'll save Stomped Puzzle and Fossil Challenge for later. Now let's do the Time Trial mode. Again, we have 3 different difficulty settings we can choose from, so let's go ahead and start off with Easy. Now, something called Time Trial sounds a little bit scary and daunting, but it's not really. Because, as we learned from the tutorial in the first episode, you can't actually lose Time Trial mode. See, the warning line's way up here, and as soon as you get an egg below it, the puzzle just moves up to compensate. So, really, the only goal of Time Trial is to beat your own personal high score. Well, of course, to do that, you have to clear the puzzle. In Time Trial, you have a certain number of rows of eggs. For instance, we started this one with 60, and now we're down to 58. And to clear the level of sorts, you have to get rid of all of the eggs. Sadly, there are only basically 3 different courses, so to speak, in Time Trial mode. There's easy, normal, and hard, and all they are is just a randomly generated array of eggs. That's however many rows deep. It says here. And the different difficulty settings actually have an effect on how many rows of eggs you get. We'll see what I mean once we cover the other difficulty settings, but Easy mode does indeed have 60 rows to clear, as well as 5 egg colors in the puzzle, which is also different depending on which difficulty you play on. And once again, we'll explain more about that once I actually show... wow, that was a good one. Show the other difficulties. It's worth noting that you can't actually get combos in Time Trial mode. Well, actually, you can't get points at all. The only thing, and the closest thing you have to points, is how long it takes you to clear. So, you're not going to be getting dynamite combos or anything like that. And as I said, all you're really doing with Time Trial is beating your own personal high score, or whatever high score you feel like beating. I'm not a huge fan of this mode either, for some of the same reasons I'm not a fan of Endless mode. At least this one's definitely a lot less nerve-wracking than Endless, but it's no better for... it's just as obnoxious to get high scores in, if not more so. I actually don't know what the cutoff point for the highest possible ranking in Time Trial is, because I've never gotten it. But I've probably said about enough about Easy mode and the basic mechanics of Time Trial, so I will see you guys when I clear the last of the eggs in this one, and then we'll move on to the next difficulty. Or I may decide to chipmunk it. I'll leave that for future me to decide. Anyway, see you in a bit. Okay, we're almost there. Just a few more groups of eggs to clear. Also, the game has a nasty habit of giving you the wrong color of eggs several times in a row when you're at the very end. And I'm not saving my high score because I believe I mentioned in a previous episode that the high score menu in this version is glitched. And in Time Trial mode, that involves outright making the game crash, so no, we won't be saving it. Not that 5 minutes and 25 seconds is actually all that good anyway. But anyway, that was Easy mode, so let's check out Normal mode. In Normal mode, we only have 30 rows of eggs to clear instead of 60, but now we have 7 egg colors to deal with. I'm not a huge fan of Normal mode. If there's one difficulty setting I play by far the least on Time Trial, it's Normal. And I'll explain why once we get to Hard mode. But yes, 30 rows and 7 egg colors. That is normal mode. That probably wasn't the best place to put that. And that's pretty much it. I mean, it's still time trial mode, you still have randomly generated eggs, you still have to clear them all, and there's still a timer. And the timer goes up, not down. I wonder if I can actually note. Anyway, once again, I will see you when I actually am close to clearing the thing. Okay, just a little bit farther. And 3 minutes and 39 seconds. That actually wasn't too bad. Still not my best time, but I wasn't exactly trying to go super fast. And even less so when I was doing it on easy mode because, of course, I had to worry about the commentary at the same time. And in any way, it's definitely a lot more relaxing and less stressful to play it, to take it more slowly. I basically played it in filthy casual mode. And I shouldn't use that phrase because I hate it when people actually use that not in jest. Partly because it's needlessly demeaning, and partly because I probably am a casual. Anyway, moving on to hard mode. And you can probably see where this is going. Now we only have 15 rows to clear, but we're up to 9 colors of eggs. Hard mode is actually the one where I tend to have most of my best scores. And remember when we were doing normal mode endless, how I said it seemed to be the best balanced as far as egg colors and points and that kind of thing went? Well, that seems to kind of work against you in normal mode time trial, because there's still a good number of rows to clear, but there are also still a good number of eggs in there, so it's not really the best for high scoring. I think I'd probably find both easy and hard easier to get decent high scores in. And as I've said, the best I've ever done was in hard mode, so almost a non-indicative difficulty there. Non-indicative, whatever. I believe my best time ever in time trial mode was 2 minutes and 44 seconds, which is apparently good enough to get, I believe, the 3rd highest ranking. Certainly not the highest. And considering that was about as fast as I could go, I can only imagine what it must take to get the highest ranking. Also, this one is actually not going particularly well. I'm not getting a whole lot of big clusters of the same color. And I haven't been terribly lucky with the egg selection either. Look, I've only cleared 1 row in 1 minute and 35 seconds. Well, it is hard mode, I suppose. Honestly, the difficulties in time trial are just kind of weird in general. Like, it seems like it's harder to measure difficulty in time trial mode than the other game modes for a couple of reasons. I guess that they're just going by how easy it is to clear eggs out, and how easy it is to get high scores, and sure, they make sense. Well, let's see. Ooh, if I can make this. Yes! And we can... Okay, we're down to 9 rows, so... Once again, you guys probably don't need to see me clearing this entire thing, so I will see you in a bit. Okay, just a few more colors to go. 31. And 3:30 35.
Game over.
Okay, did I actually get the lowest time on normal mode? I already forgot what I got on normal, but it was pretty close, and that would be highly ironic if the mode that I said I was the worst at, I actually got the best score on. But, in any case, that's time trial mode. You can play it however you feel like. You can try to shoot as fast as you can and get the lowest time you can, or you can basically treat it like one of those adult coloring books and just play it while not really having to worry too much, I suppose. So, that's two easiest to deal with, or that's two game modes covered. Probably the two easiest to describe and play through. So next time we will be starting on the Stomped puzzle. And I will see you then.